Yes, I can hear you. Can you take DJ shot? Or, well, yeah.
You do a hit?
Yeah. Oh. It's coming. It's coming.
Hey, they're starting to walk over. They're starting to walk over.
Starting.
Don't take it yet. Hold on.
Dylan, they're walking over. Get ready.
You gotta lock it down or it'll still slide.
Yeah. Lock it down for me. Put this in my hand here. All right. Everyone have their mics? Yeah. Test. Everyone good? Everyone good?
Ready?
All right, where you want me to look at?
In the middle.
I'll just look in the middle. I'll look straight at you.
Yeah.
So.
Ready.
All right. All right. It was this morning, just around 9:15, when officers were called to a disturbance where a man was holding a gun to someone's head. When the officers arrived there at the scene, they were met with gunfire from that residence. One officer was struck by the suspect's gunfire. A couple of officers did return fire. They were able to get the injured officer into a vehicle and transported him to a local hospital. That officer did undergo surgery and is doing well at this time. The suspect barricaded himself inside the home. It was known that there were other people inside the home during this incident. It played out for several hours. We did negotiations. We had our tactical team out, trying to get that suspect out as peacefully as possible. During this whole incident, that suspect continued to shoot outside of the home at officers. During one of the incidents, when he was shooting at officers, an officer was able to discharge his firearm, striking the suspect. The suspect was determined to be deceased here at the scene. Officers were able to go into the house and get everyone out that was inside that house, determined that they are all okay at this time. The involved officers that did shoot are placed on administrative leave with pay. The investigation's still very early on right now. There's a lot that's played out today. It's taken several hours. So we're still doing our investigation, trying to determine exactly what happened, what led to this to begin with, and everything that happened leading up to the end of the incident.
Who was in the home with him? Was it a family resident?
I don't know if they were family members. There were 2 women and 3 children inside the home.
What was he saying in there?
I don't know what he was saying. I know our negotiators were in contact with him through most of the incident, trying to get him to come outside and surrender peacefully.
So he was holding them hostage?
As far as the hostage, I don't know what was playing out inside the home between the other people and him, but we were obviously very concerned for their safety regarding he's shooting, he's already shot one officer, he's shooting at other officers, refusing to come out. So their safety was, one of the foremost things we were concerned with.
What is the suspect's name and does he have a criminal history?
We're not releasing the suspect's name at this time. We need to make sure next of kin and everything's notified, but we will release that eventually.
Who initially called 911?
I don't know who the initial calling party was, but they did call saying that the suspect was here at the house pointing a gun at someone's head.
How many homes were evacuated?
They evacuated several homes there around that house just for safety reasons. If one of the suspects rounds went into another home. We didn't want any innocent bystanders in those homes. So we tried to evacuate those as quickly as possible, as safely as possible, get them to a safe area.
How are the victims inside the home? The people that were-
They were taken out, they were checked, they are okay.
And also, can you talk about the emotional toll that this takes on the police department, not only the officer who was shot, but everyone who was here out today at the standoff?
Yeah, I mean, these situations are always difficult because we want everyone to be okay at the end of it. We want it to resolve peacefully. Unfortunately, we did have an officer shot, and we were concerned about other people's well-being that were inside the residence and people around the house. And with everyone being out here, and as long as it took, it's obviously a very emotional thing that we deal with.
I know you're not giving a name. Can you give an age of?
I don't have his age. It is an adult male.
Did the suspect live there at the home?
I don't know if he lives there or not. That's all being determined. It's still early on in the investigation. I don't have all the answers right now. We will put out a release later with more information, more updates with all the information that we do have.
So just to clarify, we heard multiple loud bangs probably within an hour or so ago. Was it flashbangs, or how many of those were flashbangs and how many were gunshots?
I don't have that answer. That's all part of the investigation. We'll determine what all equipment and devices were used, gunfire, determine who shot and how many rounds were shot. So it's all very preliminary right now.
Where was that officer shot at?
I'm not going to release where he was shot at, but he is doing okay as of right now.
Can you talk about the toll this prolonged heat takes on you guys? You're wearing a lot
No.
of equipment. It's a pretty active, pretty intense, pretty stressful situation.
It is. It's a very hot day. Fortunately, we have our wellness unit out here too, providing water and everything for the officers, making sure everyone's okay. But yeah, it's hard on everybody. Just the whole situation. It's with the weather. Just the incident itself is very difficult for everyone involved.
When will the officer's name who was shot be released?
We'll release that in the coming days.
How long has the
Officer also put on administrative leave with paid?
Well, who?
Officer that was injured?
No, unless you're an officer that discharged your firearm, then they get put on administrative leave with pay.
How long has the officer that was injured been with the department?
That I don't know. I'd have to look all that up.
How many
So,
officers discharged their firearms?
we don't have an exact number right now. All right. That's all I have right now. That's just we'll have more later on and come in tomorrow. Hopefully we'll have more information. We'll put out a release with everything.
Thank you.
You're welcome.